Decided on an LG TV but not quite sure which model is right for you? Well, here is everything that you need to know. Now, we all know the drill by now. Choosing your next TV can be a very confusing process, from the TV names to the panel types to the tech jargon to the endless models. Well, that's what we're here for. And in this video, I'm going to break down everything you need to know about the LG 2024 TV lineup and cover the key differences between the models and the tech so you can find the right TV for you. Now, while we do sell LG amongst other TV brands, this video is absolutely not here to convince you to buy the most expensive model, but rather to find the right match for you, for your space and your budget. So this could even save you guys some money. Now, these videos are a bit of a mission to make, so if you do find this one helpful, then hitting that subscribe button is the best way of saying thanks, and it helps us to make more content like this. Now, the LG range can be split up into four main TV technologies, from entry level right up to their flagship models. Now, we kick things off with the Ultra HD LED models, which are the standard LED TVs and are referred to as UT models this year. We then step up to the NanoCell models, which feature LG's premium LED technology for better colors than a conventional LED. One step higher is the QLED models, which takes that NanoCell technology and combines it with quantum dot technology for an upgraded performance. And at the top of the QLED range is the QLED Mini LED models, which are the flagship LED TVs in this lineup. And then right at the top, we have the OLEDs, the top tier technology from LG this year. Now, quick tip, you might spot additional models in the market from previous years, which can be a really good way of grabbing a great deal if you're not after the latest and greatest. Now, one thing that can really complicate shopping for a new TV is getting your head around the really confusing names. So let's break down LG's naming structure. For the UT range, NanoCell TVs and QLEDs, we'll take this example here. 65 QLED 86 T6A. Now, the numbers at the start refer to the screen size in inches, so 65 inches here. Next is the panel technology, so QLED in this example, and 86 is where this model sits in the range. The higher this number, the higher the model is in the lineup. Then the numbers and letters at the end are less important, but can sometimes reference minor differences, such as retailer exclusives, the color of the back of the TV, or the type of stand, for example. Now, the naming is slightly different for OLEDs. So if we take this example here, OLED 65 G4 6LS. The OLED at the start is the panel type. The number here, 65, is again the screen size in inches. The G is the position in the lineup, which gets progressively higher as you go up in the range. The 4 references the launch year of the model, so 4 is 2024, 3 was 2023, and then the final part again can be more specifics for that TV. A good example is the S on the end here, which refers to this model being a stand mount variant. A W on the end would be for the wall mount version. So hopefully that simplifies things a little bit for you guys there. Just rewind it and watch again if you're still not sure. Now, just a quick disclaimer that the prices listed in this video are correct at the time of filming, but are of course subject to change. So if you want to check out the latest prices, then make sure you hit the links in the description below. Right then, let's take a closer look at the models then, and please feel free to skip ahead using the chapters below if you're interested in a specific panel type. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time on the UT models, as they are the entry-level models and are fairly simple to get your head around. All are 4K UHD models with a 60Hz native refresh rate and use the same processor. The key difference is that the UT9100 introduces local dimming technology, which gives you more control over the picture. So if you've got the budget, you'll get a much better visual performance with this model compared to the others lower down in the range. Let's start with the NanoCells then. Now, these are still 4K UHD LED TVs and are direct lit, which means that the LEDs are positioned directly behind the screen with a 60Hz native refresh rate. They also feature the same A5 AI processor 4K Gen 7 found in the UT model below. Now, in case you're not aware, the processor is essentially the brain of the TV, responsible for the sound and the picture quality. Now, the better the processor, the better the TV's overall performance. The Nano models are still a good, affordable option in the lineup, but offer a step up from the entry-level LCDs by using nanoparticles. Now, these sit behind the screen and filter out color impurities to leave you with more pure, accurate colors, and will help increase brightness too by removing duller tones. Now, these models are also known for offering a better performance at wide viewing angles, with LG claiming 100% color consistency even if you were at a 30-degree angle from the center. Now, there are 2 models in the lineup, the Nano 81 and Nano 82, but they are actually the same TV in terms terms of performance. The only difference is that the Nano 81 is an ash blue, almost black design, while the Nano 82 is a dark iron grey. Both models have a simple two-leg stand and a nice slim bezel. One key thing to highlight is that the 86-inch model of the Nano 81 does have a slightly different spec. So we step up to a refresh rate of 120Hz, which means that we should experience smoother motion, which is important on a screen that large. It also steps up to a faster Alpha 8 AI processor, which will improve the overall picture and sound quality, and also bring some AI enhancements, including AI super upscaling, which will make non-4K content sharper and more refined. We also add support for FreeSync and VRR, which will make this a better TV for gaming too. These NanoCell models all use LG's new WebOS 24 operating system, which can actually be found in all of the TVs in this lineup. The operating system is what you use for selecting content and editing settings on your TV, and in previous videos I've pointed out that LG's WebOS isn't my favourite, as it can be a little bit messy, but they've made some tweaks this year, with the most notable one for me being that there seem to be less ads, which is a big improvement, as there are enough ads in your content, let alone on your TV home screen. Now, LG have also promised that 2024 models will get 4 upgrades over 5 years to stay right up to date with any future improvements. Alright then, on to the QLEDs. Now, these models take that NanoCell technology and combine it with quantum dots, which offer a big step up when it comes to colour reproduction and colour saturation. So you can expect improved brightness, better contrast, and more vivid, rich, and accurate colours. For 2024, this range of TVs has received some notable upgrades to the chipsets, and they've added more dimming zones, which will give better sharpness and crisper colours. Plus, this year, we now have a 98-inch QLED model. Now, there are 4 core QLED models, 2 regular QLEDs and 2 mini LED QLEDs, but there are some additional variations which I'll clue you in on as well. First up, we have the entry-level QLED 80, which is available in a wide range of sizes from 43-inch all the way up to 86-inch. Now, as the most affordable QLED, it is a fairly basic TV with a 60Hz panel and HDMI 2.0 ports. Now, we have the A5 AI processor 4K Gen 7, local dimming, and some gaming features, including a LLM and a game dashboard. So for those looking for a TV without the bells and whistles, then this model could be a really good option. It also has a nice slim design with a 2-leg stand, and it won't break the bank. However, we really step up when we move up to the QLED 86. This comes in a good range of sizes, so we've got from 50 inches up to 86 inch. These models have a center pedestal stand, though there is a QLED 85 variant in the 86-inch size, which has a 2-leg stand if that suits your setup. Now, this model is the most affordable 4K LCD TV from LG, featuring HDMI 2.1 with support for 4K 120 frames per second and VRR, and is a decent gaming TV. We see some improvements on the model with a 120Hz native panel, a step up to the A8 AI processor 4K, FreeSync compatibility, and a step up to Dynamic Tone Mapping Pro, which will give a better HDR performance. We also now get Motion Pro for smoother motion, the addition of LG's personalized picture wizard, making it easier to fine-tune the picture for your preferences, and a step up in sound performance thanks to that upgraded processor. Now, you might see a QLED 87 model, which is a variation on the QLED 86 with the same spec and price, just a variation in the color of the stand. Now, there is potential for some confusion here, as the QLED 86 from 2023 was a QLED mini LED model, which is still available at the time of filming this video. The 2024 QLED 86, however, is a regular QLED model. There is an extra model which sits between the QLED 86 and QLED 91, which is the QLED 89. This is a 98-inch model only, and the first time that LG have offered this large screen size LCD in its lineup. This model features a 120Hz native refresh rate, the same A8 AI processor 4K as the model below, but offers a step up in audio performance and adds precision dimming for more control over the picture. I can't imagine these will be flying off the shelves, but if you're after a very large screen size, then definitely check this one out. Okay, Onto the QLED 91, which offers a decent step up as we now see the introduction of mini LED to the QLED lineup. So this takes all the tech from the previous models with quantum dot nanocell technology, but adds a mini LED backlight. Where other LED screens might have a few hundred LEDs for backlighting, this model uses tens of thousands of much smaller LEDs, as well as having more dimming zones to control them and a more advanced dimming technology. This gives a lot more precision over the picture for a more accurate image and, in particular, better contrast and brighter, more accurate colours. This model also features million grayscale, which helps the TV differentiate between shades of grey, which further enhances the contrast. Essentially, this model and the model above are the best LG LEDs that you can get in this lineup. These models are as close to OLED performance for those who are looking for an alternative and are a great choice for a light bright space or if you do a lot of daytime viewing. We also see the addition of Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos with this model and still have the same great gaming features, including 4K 120 frames per second, ALLM, VRR, FreeSync AMD and more. Now for me, if you're not looking for OLED, this is a very solid model in the lineup. And then we step up to our flagship QLED mini LED model, the QLED 99, which is an 8K LCD TV available in the larger sizes of only 75-inch and 86-inch. We see a step up to 8K resolution, the superior A9 processor 8K Gen 7, Precision Dimming Pro Plus for even better control over the backlighting, and a step up in the audio performance with 60 watts of audio output and a 4.2 channel speaker system. 8K models are not overly popular yet, as there's not a wealth of 8K content to make the most of these models with, and they're also still pretty pricey. But this model does offer something called A9 AI Superior Upscaling 8K to upscale non-8K content. Okay, those are the LEDs then. Now we're going to move on to the LG OLEDs. Now LG pride themselves on their OLED range and last year released the brightest OLED TV that we've ever tested, the G3. OLED, for those not sure, stands for Organic Light Emitting Diode, and these TVs remove the need for a backlight, replacing it with the individual diodes which emit their own light. Now these can be individually controlled and turned on and off, which is why OLEDs are renowned for their inky blacks and impressive contrast. This year, LG have added a number of improvements with the help of AI and their new A11 processor in their flagship OLED models. But first, let's kick off with the entry-level OLED this year, which is the B4. LG have dropped their A-series OLED model from previous years, so this is now the most affordable model in this range. Now we're going to see a big step up in picture quality from all of the models that we've already discussed so far in the lineup, with that impressive contrast we get with OLEDs, but also vivid colours and wider viewing angles. We get a better processor than last year, the A8 AI processor 4K, which we've seen in some of the other models in the lineup already. Now for reference, LG have said that this processor offers a 1.3-fold increase in AI performance and a 1.6 times faster processing speed over its predecessor. From the B3 last year, there's not going to be a big jump up in picture quality, but it will be a little bit brighter. The B4 is a good shout for gamers with 4 HDMI ports with support for 4K at 120 frames per second, an impressive response time, and all the other gaming compatibility that we've mentioned so far. Now sound-wise, we've got a 2-channel setup with 20-watt audio output and AI Sound Pro enhancements for virtual 9.1.2 channels. All in all, a very solid OLED option for those on a tighter budget, but still wanting to capitalize on all that OLED offers. I would say that if you have a bright light space or do a lot of daytime viewing, then it would be worth stepping up to one of the OLED Evo models or even considering an LCD alternative. On to the C4 then, which is arguably one of LG's most popular TVs, offering a great mid-ground between price and performance. The LG C series is always a top contender for us in best value for money, and it's been getting better and better each year. This model is available in a huge range of screen sizes from 42-inch right up to 83-inch. It steps up to the A9 AI processor 4K Gen 7, which offers enhancements in picture and sound, and LG state is around 30% brighter than the B model, and it's notably brighter than last year's C3. We also see the introduction of LG's OLED Evo technology with this TV, their pinnacle of TV tech, and we can expect impressive contrast, colours and brightness with this model. The C4 is also where we see the introduction of some new improvements for gamers with support for variable refresh rates up to 144Hz, so a step up from 120Hz. We also step up in sound performance to a 40-watt 2.2 channel system with AI Sound Pro. Design-wise, this model is a great looking TV. It's incredibly thin, which is a benefit of OLEDs not needing space for backlighting, and it features a neat center pedestal stand. All in all, it's a great all-rounder TV, good for gaming and movies and flexible with such a wide range of TV sizes. Our penultimate TV is LG's flagship OLED, the G4, and as mentioned earlier, this model is following in big footsteps with the advancements that the G3 brought last year. Now, the G3 saw the introduction of MLA technology, which adds tiny micro lenses into the panel to help improve the efficiency of the individual diodes by directing more of the light in the panel out to the viewer. They also have something called Brightness Booster Max, which enhances brightness further. This year, the G4 is even brighter with a second generation of MLA OLED technology, and it's now available in the 83-inch variation for the first time. It's not going to be a massive jump up from what we had with the G3, but even incremental improvements are impressive given how blown away by the G3 we were last year. The G4 uses a new A11 AI processor 4K, offering another upgrade in picture and sound, and boasts even more AI enhancements to improve the content you're watching, particularly when it comes to upscaling and adjusting your TV settings to match the creative intent. The G series have always had a sleek, ultra slim design and were made to be wall mounted to offer a flush finish. Now this year we see another change where you can now choose to buy the 55-inch and 65-inch model in either the wall mount variation or in a new stand mount variation, which features a one-pole design which can be adjusted to fit a soundbar if required. Again, great for gamers with support for 4K 144Hz, but worth noting that the 97-inch version misses out on both the MLA tech and offers 4K 120Hz. We made it our final TV in the lineup, and well done for making it to the end. Now the M4 is essentially a variant of the G4 with one major difference. It has a separate wireless connection box called Zero Connect, which houses all of your connections, including HDMI ports, and can be placed up to 10 meters away from the TV. This means the only wire you need to have from the TV is the power, so it's super handy if you're after a more discreet finish and gives flexibility for where you could mount your TV. LG claim that this is the world's first TV with wireless video and audio transmission at 4K 144Hz, and this model has a 4-screen multi-view option, which alongside support for G-Sync and FreeSync makes this a great gaming TV. It's a pretty cool concept, just still on the pricey side right now. And there we have it, guys, the LG 2024 TV lineup. Hopefully that's helped you get a bit of a better understanding of the different models available and which might be right for you and for your space and budget. Now, if you are in the market for a new TV and wanted to support us, then head to smarthomesounds.co.uk or scan the QR code to shop the range. Our tech guides are more than happy to help if you need any more personal advice or recommendations. Now, we've got lots more TV reviews and comparisons on the way, so make sure you don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of those. And of course, as always, get in the comments to let us know which model you'd go for. Thank you all very much for watching this one, and I'll catch all of you in the next video.